Hello, my name is Lee Chan-ho. Today I'm going to talk about carbon dioxide and freon gas, the main cause of global warming. First, let's see the total carbon dioxide emissions of Korea, China, Japan, and USA. Until 2006, USA emitted the largest amount of carbon dioxide, but since then, China reverses the USA. Emissions of China rapidly increases than other three countries, and USA, China seems to consume carbon dioxide much more than Korea and Japan. However, we have to consider the total population of each country here. As this chart shows us, the population of China is the largest in the world, even impossible to compare with USA. So if we divide the total carbon dioxide emissions by the population to obtain the carbon dioxide emissions per capita, we can notice that Chinese emit the smallest amount of carbon dioxide. Also, the amount of freon gas produced by China is decreased excessively during 10 years. Although other three countries decreased it also slightly, they cannot be equal to China. At these statistics, we can notice that there was many effort to reduce the greenhouse gases, but this cannot stop destructing of the ozone layer still. As time goes, the destruction of the ozone layer of the Antarctic is going to severe, as you can see in this picture. If we cannot prevent the ultraviolet rays, our skin and eyes are severely damaged. And the glacier is melted, so there is high possibility of flood. Also, the ecosystem will be destroyed. To protect our planet, the Earth, we have to economize more and more.
Hi everyone, my name is Lee Sung-hyun. Today I'm going to talk about climate change, more specifically global warming. This cute picture shows us that the Earth is melting, but the reality is not that cute. If you look at this graph, you can see the rising aspect of global temperature from 1860s to 2009. Then what causes the global temperature to rise? First, solar radiation passes through the clear atmosphere, and some is absorbed and re-emitted in all directions by greenhouse gas molecules. The effect of this is to warm the Earth's surface and the lower atmosphere. Hi everyone, my name is Lee Sung-hyun. Today I'm going to talk about climate change, more specifically global warming. This cute picture shows us that the Earth is melting, but the reality is not that cute. If you look at this graph, you can see the rising aspect of global temperature from 1860s to 2009. Then what causes the global temperature to rise? First, solar radiation passes through the clear atmosphere, and some is absorbed and re-emitted in all directions by greenhouse gas molecules. The effect of this is to warm the Earth's surface and the lower atmosphere. So the problem is greenhouse gas. Then where are greenhouse gases come from? The first is power stations and industrial processes next, transportation fuels next, agricultural byproducts next, and so on. If you look at the three charts below a big one, you can find nitrous oxide circle is mainly painted with green. Agricultural byproducts. This is because the fertilizer emits nitrous oxide too much than others. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dong-seok Hyun. I'll talk about rising sea level. Today's sea level rises so fast. The reason why sea level rises is because of melting glacier. Then why glacier is melted? There are many things that cause glacier to be melted. First reason is destruction of ozone layer. Ozone layer keeps us from ultraviolet ray, but because of excessive using of freon gas, recently ozone layer, especially South Pole area, has been destroyed so fast. Therefore, ultraviolet ray come directly to the glacier, and glacier is melted so fast. Next reason is greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases make Earth warmer by prohibiting the warm air cannot getting out. So the temperature of Earth up and glacier is melted. Most part of greenhouse gas is carbon dioxide. Then what happens if glacier is melted? First of all, many people may suffer by ascending sea level. There are many countries of which height is low. That country, for example, many islands which are in Pacific Ocean might be submerged if glacier is melted little more. Next, many animals who live in pole may suffer. For example, in South Pole, penguin's habitat is decreased. And in North Pole, the polar bear is in danger. Polar bear can swim 25 km at once, but because the glacier is decreased, the polar bear sometimes have to swim more than 100 km, so polar bear is exhausted and drowned. To stop the sea level rising, we need to decrease the use of freon gas and greenhouse gases. From our action, if it is a very small thing, we can make stop sea level rising. Therefore, from this time, practice the way that can stop the sea level rising. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Indira. Today I prepared for you carbon dioxide emissions by bunkers. What is it carbon dioxide emissions? Is it the people, service per person, energy per service, carbon dioxide per unit energy? What is a bank? A bank is a financial institution that serves a financial intermediary. You can saving money in the bank and get the loans also. What is a banker? Banker is a person who works in the bank. Banker is doing all of the bank operation and control accounts. How is the bankers work they're going? Is banker just account money, control the bank operations? Sure, but they have a big carbon dioxide emissions also. They made it big footprint also. How they do it? How is the bankers and carbon harmful for the environment? I think it's because they using big a lot of electricity, and then they're using the printer machine, copy machine, and a lot of stuffs, and then they make the big footprint in the global warming. How can it's all about how can we reduce the global warming and the carbon dioxide emission? I think we have to use more natural resource. I think like solar and windy, and then we can make we can reduce our footprints. It's all. Thank you. Sorry for my voice.
Okay, let's start.
Okay. Hi, my name is Minsu. Today, I'd like to talk about climate change, extreme climate caused by global warming. Don't you feel that in these days you buy more clothes or turn on heater much more in the house and just want to sleep in cozy bed? Maybe it is probably because of extremely cold weather. Oh, sorry. Yeah. However, you know what? All this freezing weather is caused by global warming. What a paradox. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see this graph. This graph shows high and low temperature of Korea 2010 and average temperature. The red one is high temperature and the green one is low temperature. and the blue one is average temperature. As you can see, in January and February, the first section, temperature is much lower than average temperature. Many scientists say that it is caused by global warming. They say, at first, because of global warming, temperature and sea level rise, and evaporation of cold water becomes faster, then cold wind comes down. Finally, jet stream comes down, so cold weather becomes a usual thing. In addition, they say other extreme weather like tornado, flooding, and lightning can occur much more because of global warming. So, we have to decrease our emission of carbon dioxide if we don't want to be like this. Thank you.
Kim Ha-yeon. I'm going to talk about the hole of ozone layer. The ozone layer is like a blanket around Earth. It keeps out the sun's UV radiation. UV radiation is bad for every living thing on Earth. Too much UV radiation can kill plants or burn people's skin. The hole in the ozone layer is not really a hole at all. It is just a part of the ozone layer that is thinner than the other parts. Every year between September and November, the ozone layer over the South Pole becomes very thin. Chlorine is making the ozone layer thinner. Some chlorine goes into the atmosphere from natural sources like volcanoes and the ocean. Another source of chlorine in the atmosphere is CFC. CFC is made by people. It comes from air conditioners and spray cans. It does not mix with water. It can go very high into the atmosphere in the ozone layer. CFC changes into chlorine and other chemicals. This makes the ozone layer thinner. No one lives at the South Pole, so some people do not think the hole is a big problem. However, it is a big problem. The hole is getting bigger. In recent years, the hole in the ozone layer even covered some parts of South Africa.
Korean SAT. It means the closer the day of the Korean SAT, the colder the weather is. But this year, there was the chill of the Korean SAT. According to the news, even the half sleeps appear in the examination hall of November. The weather of this week is also weird. The degree of this week is 10 degrees more higher than same period of last year. I just worried the prediction that Korea will become subtropic climate soon. Then let's have a closer look about reason of this climate change. As you can see in this graph, the temperature of the Earth have gotten higher and higher. This is global warming. A direct culprit of global warming is greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases are water, steam, and carbon dioxide, and methane, and etc. These greenhouse gases stop heat from leaving Earth's atmosphere. Then, where do they come from? The most famous source of greenhouse gases are factories and cars. You normally think they are harmful for environment, but the psychological phenomena of animals are unexpected culprit of greenhouse gases. And of course, the evidence of global warming are around us. As I mentioned at first, that climate change is in fact of global warming, because greenhouse gases lower just like a glass in a greenhouse. The entire temperature of the Earth goes high.
This graph shows that the change of